Hello, Earth signs. Welcome back. This is your August reading for the first 2 weeks of the month. We're going to take a look into the cards, see what's in store for you. This is a general reading, so bear in mind that this message is not going to apply to everyone. We'll see whose energies I'm tapping into, and please just only take the messages that apply and discard the rest. Also, don't ever give your power away to a reading. Know that you can change anything in a timeline. Everything is always up to free will, and you always have the choice to do that. Let's see. This is for my Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So if you have any of those signs in any placement within your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, this reading could be for you. If it resonates with you and you want to support my work, simply liking the video, sharing, commenting, all of that stuff is just one of the easiest ways you can do that. Thank you to all of you who've donated to the channel, and thank you to all of you who have booked readings with me. I keep meeting more of you, and it's so much fun. Earth signs, I think that's all. So let's just jump into your reading and find out what's in store from our Earth signs for the first 2 weeks of August. Okay, Earth signs, just keep in mind if this reading really resonates or if you are going through something, you can always book a personal reading with me. I'm doing coaching, tarot, combos as well. So let's just take a look into Earth signs. Something that's kind of come up here. Let me just fix this so you guys. Something that's kind of come up throughout the pre-shuffle for you guys was the Sun and the Two of Cups. I also heard lampshades. They were showing me lampshades, and I'm not really sure why, other than I believe that some of you may be working with energy in how your light, instead of just shining it everywhere, like you're really focused on directing it somewhere. You may actually be focusing on directing it into a relationship right now. Again, this may just be a simple insight or message for some of you. It may have nothing to do with this reading. So let's just take a look into the energies for Earth signs. What frequency is governing the first 2 weeks of August that Earth signs need to know about? What frequency is most prevalent that you'd like to bring into the awareness? Oh, well, Earth signs. We have change. The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. Earth signs, didn't this come up in your last reading? I was talking about how you guys are kind of like this kind of phoenix rising from the ashes, this kind of like Stella's got her groove back, or Stanley, and there's big change happening, like change in this could be change in your frequency, this could be change in your environment, it could be change in perspective, in how you're seeing things, how you're seeing yourself. Very interesting. So let's kind of go into my fairy oracle. We're going to pull 2 cards here to get some more direction, more details as to what's going on here with this change. What do Earth signs need to know about this change that is taking place? And we have one here. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to show this one. Oh my goodness. Okay. So the first one that came out was Luathis the Wild. Oh, well, look, and it's a 57, which adds to 12, and 12 is on the change card here. Luathis the Wild, but then you also got the fairy who was kissed by the pixies. And this card really talks about being in the spotlight. Like really a lot of people are watching you, a lot of eyes are on you, people are recognizing you. There's also a lot of love coming your way, adoration. Luathis the Wild, though. I'm going to go into the book for this one, but kind of what I'm picking up right now is that, like, I'm feeling like there's this, this card's all green. It's all heart energy. That there is some sort of, they're showing me a cauldron right now of bubbling mixture, potion or something, like, and that's like something's bubbling inside you, like something's getting ready to be not like baked, but like really cooked to perfection within you. But let's kind of go into the book for this one and get some more details for you guys. Oh my gosh. And look at the number of the fairy who was kissed by the pixies, 21, the reverse of 12. Look, we got some mirroring going on here. Okay, so pay attention to your outside environment. It's going to be giving you clues as to what's really going on here, earth signs. Okay, so let's go into Luathis the Wild. Okay. For you guys, for you earth signs, these are your key words. Haste, impulsiveness, fire, spontaneity, and balance. Creative energies are being brought to whatever position this card is in. So it's in like the overall energies here. So a lot of creative energies. That's why I said, like, they're showing me this cauldron. Like, I feel like something's really bubbling. Like it's cooking. It's coming into, like, the flavors are all mixing, and it's just going to be this beautifully tasting something that you're going to be birthing. It fires up the things that surround us. So it's firing up the change card. Okay, so really speaking to this idea of change within you, change of creativity coming forth, change that's going to bring forth recognition for you. Okay, it's important right now to think and act creatively, and that you have the energy available to do so. So you don't want to be kind of resting on your laurels right now when this energy is present. You really want to be proactive with it. Old ideas and old behaviors will not do. So this speaks to the change. So if you're thinking of doing something new, if you're trying to, like, step out into a new creative process, whether it could be a relationship, because that did come up in the beginning, but it could be something creative, work related, or just like a simple project that you want to get your hands on in the house, something in your environment that really is just spurring these creative juices. Maybe it's writing, maybe it's songwriting, maybe it's painting, but it's requiring a change in perspective or a change in the way you do things. It's bringing you out of your comfort zone, and it's actually feeling like a breath of fresh air for you. You feel like you're kind of coming out of a stagnancy right now, earth signs, where, like, things were kind of dull, things weren't really exciting, and you're kind of stepping into this new foreign, like, frequency around you that's spurring all these creative juices within you. This is beautiful. This is really, really exciting. I'm just going to go into Kissed by the Fairies really quickly and see if there isn't anything in there that I really want to share with you guys, other than, yeah, it's the giving and receiving of intimate love. Here for you, earth signs. So again, this could be pertaining to a relationship, but also keep in mind that when you are really loving on yourself, like giving to yourself, allowing yourself to receive things around you, that is a huge indicator of how much you are intimate just in your own, in like you being in your own skin and how you relate with the world. So this could be a reflection of that. Bonding may take place and deep feelings emerge. Change for the better may occur in all aspects of life. Again, speaking of this change coming through, this is beautiful. Okay, let's go into the tarot. I'm going to be using my Gilded Tarot here to find out what messages do we have for earth signs now that they need to know. And we have the Nine of Wands. Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands coming up here, which is our Wounded Warrior card. And I'm getting the sense that you're just really tired of the things going the way they were, and it's time for change. The Nine of Wands speaks of, going through battles, going through a long journey. And I get this sense, though, that you've been on this long journey of it, but perhaps you got a refreshing way of looking at it. And because the Nine of Wands card also speaks about having the fortitude and strength to go on, that you're going to complete the cycle. You're not feeling defeated, but you're also looking towards the horizon, knowing that you're on the cusp of something new here. You're on the cusp of a breakthrough. So what else do we have here for Earth signs? Oh, Earth signs. Change is afoot. Change is upon you right now, and it is a good change. It is a welcome change. What other messages do we have for Earth signs right now? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have the Page of Swords in reverse. So this talks about miscommunication. This talks about, miscommunication is really what's coming to the forefront here with this card. So you may have been, if you're dealing with someone else in this whole change, creative process, that part of the reason why there has been this long journey is because there's been some miscommunication, perhaps messages not going through. I mean, we're in Mercury retrograde right now. This could be actually speaking to the Mercury retrograde energy in that you need to be very careful about how you're communicating everything. Just be mindful of it, and be mindful of also not signing any documents right now that you're not 100% certain about, because there may be misleading information in there or wording that isn't to your benefit. That I think is going to be for some or group of you specifically, but more so overall, this is about communication. And perhaps you're looking at ways to, maybe perhaps what you're working on has to deal with communication. Maybe you're working on a podcast. Maybe you're working on a YouTube channel. Maybe you're working on writing a book. Maybe this is relationship where communication is really key right now. But be mindful of this, because there needs to be a new way of looking at things and approaching it from a different way. Really allowing the heart, I think, to come to the forefront, because we have a lot of heart energy in Loathis the Wild. And then this card also speaks a lot of the heart, the intimate love, compassion, giving and receiving. Okay. What other messages do we have for Earth signs here right now? Also, just be mindful with the Page of Swords when it comes up. It also talks about someone not being truthful and not being honest around you. So you may be dealing with that. Just want to throw that out there for any of you who that might be resonating with. And you actually might be changing the way you deal with them, because you're just tired of not being told the truth, or you're not being, way too many cards here. Okay. Okay, give us some more messages here for Earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What else do they need to know? This one wants to come out. We got the Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay, so this is great. This is talking about how you guys are really kind of coming out of the shackles of the mind. Okay, coming out of the shackles of the ego that's kind of holding you back from certain limiting beliefs. You're really, I think this is kind of what the change is really all about, is the perception. I think for a lot of you, because we now have two swords on the board here, that this might be more of a mental thing in how, just simply how you perceive it. And when we talk about how things are being reflected back to you because of this 21 here, and there's just a mirroring of 12 across the board, that you're gaining a lot of perspective, Earth signs, on what you're creating in your reality and how that's reflected back to you, and how you may want to change that, and taking ownership over it, like really kind of getting excited to do it in a new way. Okay, we have the Emperor in reverse. Wow, we've got 3 cards in reverse here. Oh, sorry, not the, it's the Hierophant. Okay, we have the Hierophant in reverse. Again, the Hierophant to me talks about commitments, contracts, can be a mentor, higher learning. but it's in reverse. I'm getting a sense that the what's really speaking to me of this card, of the reason why it's in reverse, is that there's something that you really learned from the past. There was something that you took in from the past recently that is really kind of giving you a new perspective, and you're taking that higher learning and applying it right now. And it's allowing you to actually commit to yourself. It's allowing you to finally commit to this process. It's allowing you to commit to this relationship in a new way. It's allowing you to commit to this project. Whatever it is, it's allowing you to finally commit to it because you've taken that higher learning and you're implementing it right now for the change that is necessary to occur. So oh, also with the Hierophant in reverse, I'm also getting a sense that there's this desire to break the rules for you earth signs, and that's like kind of what's part of this, like doing things differently, is that you're wanting to kind of break the rules and not go along with status quo. And status quo doesn't necessarily mean what's that status quo of society. It could be just status quo of what you've always believed for yourself, or how you've always done things, or what you thought it should be. And I'm getting this sense, especially with this Eight of Swords here in reverse, you're breaking free of that. You're breaking free of that kind of like boxed in, like everything's got to be boxed in this way, and you're kind of really expanding and exploring like beyond the box, like going outside of the box and breaking a few rules. And I think there's some of your own rules, to be honest, earth signs. I don't think it's so much of what society, I mean, it could be, but I'm getting more of a sense for a greater portion of you that it's actually you're breaking your own rules, which is really cool. And I really feel like that's been the energies of the past eclipses, coming up. And okay, what other messages do we have here for earth signs? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, first 2 weeks of August. Okay. Sorry. Okay. We have, interesting. Okay, we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Four of Swords in reverse, and we have the Magician upright. All coming out together. So there's a little story here, earth signs. This is about your lifetime achievements. This is about this could be a huge financial, something where you want to work really hard to create a lot of financial success for yourself, or some level of abundance within you. Okay, it may not necessarily be financial, but I'm also getting that some of you, this is a health issue. This is a health issue right now that you're working on, and you're getting new perspective and new ways of like working with your own health and your own energy to restore it. But I think that's why this card is in reverse, is because you need to change the way you're approaching it, and that change is needed. And with the Four of Swords in reverse, it talks about having all of the healing or the insight. It talks about, when it's upright, it talks about going into meditation or taking some reflective time to really kind of ponder over things. And I think you've really done that. And now you're ready to take action with this Magician card. Like, you're ready to create, you're ready to be in charge of your reality. You're ready to put things into action. And it's like supercharged. It's supercharged right now is what I'm hearing. Like, you're really supercharged. So I'm going to put these three together because they came out together and they tell a story together. So yeah, this whatever's going on here, it's talking about your total abundance, okay? Whether it's finances or whether it's internal abundance, abundance in other ways of how it shows up in your life. But it's like a big time success of abundance, okay? This isn't just like, a little thing here or there. We're talking it's lifetime achievements. Something that that's going to sustain you for long periods of time. Okay, what other messages do we have here? Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Wow, earth signs. So we have the King of Pentacles, which is you guys in reverse, and then we have the King of Wands upright. And instantly, like, I'm feeling that, I'm feeling like, the earth energy, the King of Pentacles, he's very grounded in what he's doing. He takes his time, though. Earth energy is a lot slower. It's the slowest of all the energies, especially for my Tauruses out there. You're a little bit slower moving than the rest. But I'm getting a sense, though, these are there's two things coming up here with these cards. They're kind of mirroring one another in a way, because the King of Wands is like a go-getter, goes out there and gets it, has all the confidence in the world, knows how to speak to people, knows how to reach people, knows how to get people to listen to him and just really absorb what he's saying and just take it all in. It's almost like people can get completely, it's like I see like it's casting a spell. Oh, it's like, so with the cauldron that they're showing me, it's like you guys are really getting ready to cast an entire spell over your whole entire situation, but not in like a nefarious way or anything like that, but it's really about, again, using your skills as the creator, as a co-creator, as the magician, to be knowing that you have all the tools to create what you want. And in a way, these two are mirroring, because when the King of Pentacles in reverse, it could just mean about, not having the stability to follow through. But I'm getting more for these cards that, in a way, if you weren't feeling stable, if you weren't feeling like you could follow through, if you weren't, because the King of Pentacles upright is actually a very good entrepreneur, really great business owner, that I'm getting a sense that you're shifting from this energy into the King of Wands. So you're kind of moving out of that idea or belief system that you aren't cut out for that. I'm getting a sense that some of you have been feeling like you weren't cut out for it, and you're getting this renewed energy, and this whatever's cooking, whatever's like bubbling to the surface, it's coming up. This new creative energy has come up to show you that you do have what it takes, and that you have all of this confidence birthing, which really came through in your last reading with that Stella's got her groove back kind of thing, that you're ready to take charge. You're ready to like go forth with this new creative energy coming through. And for many of you, you're going to be surprised at what you're capable of. So I just want to pull one last card here for the top right corner. Let me get one more card here for my earth signs. One final message here. They also want me to tell you that for some of you, if you've gone through a major loss of income or a house or a car or something major that like costs a lot of money, that it was necessary to kind of birth this desire to create something new. Some of you might be going through that, and it's kind of like gave you this, it was like kind of like a lesson of hard knocks, but that was meant to really just awaken a deep fire within you that wouldn't have been awakened otherwise. I don't know who that one's for, but it might be for some of you. Okay, one final message here for earth signs. There we go. Oh, love it. Look at this. Final message coming out with your 10 of Cups. Yes, this is your happily ever after. This is all your dreams coming true. This could be that some of you, especially if this is because the Two of Cups came out with the Sun card in the beginning, I want to say for those of you who this is for a relationship, this may be that you really are looking at your happily ever after right now, but it's coming through a change in perspective. It's coming through a change of willing to do things a different way than you're used to. You're breaking some rules that were your own, and they're allowing you to kind of break free and actually attain this happily ever after. For those of you that this is like a project or some sort of creative process that you're working through, it could be a business opportunity, something along those lines, that this is fueling you towards this 10 of Cups. And for some of you, it is your 10 of Cups. Like this project is your 10 of Cups, or this company or this business or this new job, whatever it is your 10 of Cups. Like it just completely fills you up and makes you feel like you have everything you've ever wanted. Like it's a dream come true for you. So that's what's kind of like coming forth, which is just amazing. So despite like some of these reversals, which some of the reversals are actually pretty good, I'm not really getting like a difficult energy here. More of that, it's more like learning from the past and taking the lessons that you've learned and really applying them into your now so that you can benefit from them and really change the course of how everything's going. Remember, with this Loathus the Wild card here, it is injecting spontaneity in here. So if you really are Earth signs over the next 2 weeks of August, feeling spontaneous, seize opportunities when they come. Don't really think about them so much. Don't let this Eight of Swords, when it's upright, kind of prevent you from taking action on opportunities that are coming your way. Okay, Earth signs, that's my reading for you. If you need your own personal reading, all that information is in the description below. Thank you, Earth signs. I love you all, and good luck to the first 2 weeks in August. It looks great energy for you.